What's good, fam? It's been a minute since I uploaded a video on YouTube. A lot of you guys have been requesting a Draw My Life to make them coins on YouTube, so I decided to make this video. To start off, y'all think I'm Middle Eastern, but I'm actually from China. I was born in the rich city of Beijing, but I grew up on the streets with my dad, Mustafa, and my mom. My dad was a tailor and was a big part of my childhood. He taught me bare shit, but man's forgot. My dad wanted me to be a tailor like him, but I ain't about that tailor life. However, I was about that thug life and wanted to scrap on the streets. Not gonna lie, I was a pretty badass childhood. Living on the streets of China, not listening to anyone, it was fucking great. Something big happened, guys. My pops, he passed away. I didn't want to face the fact that he died, so I just got worse. I kept up with my bad habits, I got into a lot more trouble. That's a story for another time, so leave a like if you want the thug life stories of your boy Aladdin. After some time has passed, when I was 15 years old, I was playing with some guys on the street when I met a waste man who told me he was my uncle. My 15-year-old dumbass self believed him, even though he looked nothing like your boy. This man even convinced my mom that he was my uncle. My mom even blessed him with some food. He kept handing me some coins, and ain't nobody gonna say no to coins. But fast forward, this man tried to trap me in a cave, telling me there was bare gold and silver in there. And of course, your boy wanted them gold chains, so I went along with it. So when I got to the cave, my initial reaction was, oh hell no. I knew going to the cave would be a mission since it looked dangerous. But my so-called uncle, who turned out to be a sorcerer, convinced me by telling me I'd be balling in money. I wanted to dip, but my pride as a thug got away. So, of course, he said some magical shit and trapped me in the cave. Not gonna lie, being trapped down there for 2 days was terrifying. But my brilliant mind rubbed the ring, and what do you know? That crazy uncle of mine had a genie this whole time and didn't even know about it. What a dumbass. I thought I was shook, but this half-porcelain man calling himself the genie popped out of the ring. So I wished my way out of that hellhole and escaped. After I escaped, I decided to make some quick coins by selling the lamp. My mom decided to be a G and clean up the lamp for me before I sell it. However, she ended up rubbing it and causing another genie to appear. The genie was more powerful and more of a sweeter mind than the last one. The genie basically became the sugar daddy of the family. Years later, I saw this shawty looking like a dime. She was fire. If I had Tinder at the time, I would have swiped right. Laugh. The sweet thing was Princess Balbator. But I called her Jasmine because she was sweet as a flower. Since she was the princess, mans had to look extra sweet. I wanted to wife her up still. This other goon tried to take the shawty away from me. Mans thought he was a sweeter man than your boy. Shawty's dad told my mom to come back in 3 months to wife her up. I was cheesed, man. Long story short, 2 months later, I found out that Shawty's going to marry that waste man's later that night. I hit up my blue boy, the genie, and told him to stop this madness and to bring back my girl. Mans obeyed me right away, so get ready for some magical-ish shit right now. My homeboy, Mr. Genie, teleported to Wastemans and my shawty into the bathroom, then made the Wastemans disappear. By morning, my homeboy would teleport them back. This process of teleporting had them for a few nights, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I was being the biggest fuckboy. This process of teleportation ended up scaring both of them, and they decided to get separate because they believed it was a curse. The OG fuckboy, you already know. A month after their separation, my mom reminded the Sultan of his promise, and you already know your boy got married to the shawty. My homeboy, the genie, came in clutch and created a magnificent place for us to live. But Lameas stayed lurking, and by this, I mean the African sorcerer heard about the marriage and decided to return back to take the lamp from me. He disguised himself as a merchant who was trading old lamps for new ones. He snaked Jasmine and she gave him the lamp. She quickly used the lamp to teleport the palace and Jasmine to Africa. The Sultan got cheesed and threatened to end your boy's life if I don't bring her back. But your boy is always ready, and I still had the magic ring. I used it to teleport to Africa. In Africa, Jasmine and I made a plan to finesse the sorcerer by Jasmine acting all seductive towards him. Man got a bit too excited, and he drank that wine that Jasmine had poisoned. Your boy got the lamp back, and we teleported back to China with the palace. However, the sorcerer had a lame brother who tried to snake us as well. But that's another story, which deserves its own story time. To keep a long story short, I ended up killing him. After all that craziness, Jasmine and I are living happily and hopefully. No other waste man's trying to scrap. Thank you for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe to your boy. For real though, subscribe. See you in the next video. Deuces.